think it was a video in 2019 or 22 last year when Drake got interviewed by a young girl. She was white, and then I forgot her name. And Drake said something about I should not have to ask that question. I think you looked at it the wrong way, Drake. And I think the concept of the video, I think you should have presented because everybody's still trying to know it. Nobody really know where they know where in America, but we talking about more people need to know. And I think that video should have been like, yeah, I can tell you. Oh, you should have just changed it up. It should be like, nah, nah, no, but I'm gonna tell you. And you should have popped the video up on there. Wayne. So I think you should have did that. I think the broadcast when you and a young female, little white lady, with little white girl, a white teenager, she's about 20. I think you looked at that the wrong way, and I think you should have approached that right. I think you've been like, oh no, I should not have to ask you that. You should. I'm not going to tell you about Wayne. You should already know him already. But it's like, oh, you should have been like, hold up for a second. Let's talk about him and show him who he is, and we're gonna do a video right there and put the scream on it. I think that would have been good. Uh, uh, y'all would have did a different concept of it and different kind. I think they would have been good. I think they would have been good like a mud. I think that would have been good. I think Drake, you looked at that wrong, but we all make mistakes. I think y'all could come back at it again and come back at it again. And I love the I love. I'm not even. I don't think Drake. You should have looked at it in that way. I think you should have approached it. Uh, you should already know who, because you said you should already know who it is. I'm not going to talk about it. You should already know. No, let's bring the world into Lil Wayne. It's so many things you could have did and all of that today. You know what I'm saying? I think there's so many things that you could have gave him the essence of it, and y'all could have put the scream of Wayne, all his albums, all this thing, and all Wayne is. So I think you could have did it a little more. The approach could have been a little bit more different, and you would better. You would have been like, after you said that, I don't have to explain who Wayne. I should not have to tell you that, but you should have been like switched it up, Drake. I am gonna tell you. Let's get into the best rapper alive, Lil Wayne. Let's get into him, and let me show you that I look up to him. So I'm a guy. I'm a Wayne fan. I grew up with him in New Orleans, and everybody used to get on my case. But also, I'm a Degrassi fan. So I'm also a Degrassi fan. So I'm also a Degrassi. So remember that, Drake. I'm not just your music fan. So I can tell you about Degrassi. So I'm a Degrassi fan. So I just think that's what the most bigger picture of them all. So I just think that the most biggest picture of them all is how you handle that situation. And we're gonna put Drake and Lil Wayne in the video. He did with a video with a young broadcaster. I think she kind of handled that in a kind of way, and I think it was up to Drake. They should have came with the video, the concept. They should have pitched it a little bit different. And if I was in that video, I'd have been like, Drake, we're gonna say this and that, but we're gonna put the video of Wayne, and we're gonna let everybody listen to it. So I just think that should have been a more of a concept. So I just think that is the concept of just being the best rapper alive and Bill Wayne. I just think that's the most important thing with that situation. So can we keep those things up? He is great at what he do, Wayne. Like I used to go on my mixtape and hit all my squad ups. So like about you get all the squad up, get all the drought ones, the drought twos, the drought threes, get all of that dizzy raw. You get all of those things, but I think that this is where you getting all the uncut stuff at, the real stuff on my mixtape. Yeah. So I just think that should have been the perfect thing about that situation. So everybody keep everything up and keep things up and greater what you do, and I don't think it should have been any more the problem is. So keep things up and keep things going. So and all of that. Yeah. So just keep things on. So let's just keep things going.